The one that makes sense here is we're going to use Browserify. We're going to pull everything together into one file. And then we're going to tell Karma that's the file that you want to use when you run your tests. Same thing for my source as well. So there's going to be two files basically that are getting streamed into Karma. But then I get to tell Browserify what my settings are. And in the setting of Browserify, I also use that same Babelify translator. And now I've got the ECMAScript translation. So you look at all that and probably think, I could not figure this out unless I pounded my head against the wall. That was my job for the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, was getting something to work in all these little things. So if you've done it already in a different way, you've done what I've done, which is basically bump your head against the wall because there's no good documentation. It's all in blog posts and people talking to each other. But it will come. Over time, it will get better, and things will standardize. But that's a nice way to do it, is Browserify. Another way to do it is just manually do it, where you run that Babel translator for your test and a Babel translator for your source, and you manually run it before you run your tests, and you manually run it before you run your web server. That's a simpler way to do it, and just do like a one-to-one compilation. So there's a bunch of ways to do it, but this is one working mechanism. All right. Good, it's loaded, so I don't have to worry about it dying. I shut down the server. Okay, so that's the Gulp project. Now, if you want to run Babel from the command line or Babel from the command line, you can do that. If you want to see all the features that Babel has, you just do -- help. And one of the sections of -- help is called transformers. The way it works is each of the major ECMAScript 6 features, and then 7 features as well, because they're looking down the horizon of what's coming in ECMAScript 7, and then eventually 8, and so on.